to the... Descamaro won the Caulfield Cup again. American Trevian.
Hello from the Werribee International Horse Centre as Australia and indeed the world of racing begins to turn its full attention to Tuesday's Emirates Melbourne Cup. The international track session and media breakfast at Werribee on the Sunday before the Cup has become something of a tradition. But this year, with so many international horses engaged, it was an event not to be missed. As defending champion, most attention centred on Alain de Royer-Duprey's powerful French horse, Americain. And Duprey was there to put the finishing touches on Americain's bid to become only the fifth horse to go back-to-back.
Honestly, he looks better than last year. Last year he has many races before coming to Australia. Now, this year he has a few races and he looks fresh and well.
But like most of the other internationals, Duprey is worried about coming up against fellow Frenchman Dunedain.
Dunedain, he has a chance. Yeah, I'm sure he has a chance. He looks very well. I saw him this morning. And normally, 3 kilos is difficult to beat him. It could be very difficult.
Luca Kamani was blunt when asked whether he preferred Drunken Sailor or Manigar.
At this stage, who would be your number one preference?
Probably Dunedain.
Kamani expects both his horses to run well, but says this year will be even harder to win than last year.
I think it's probably harder because there's more internationals. You can make a case for Jukebox Jury as well. You can make a case for the Godolphin horses. You can make a case for Red Caddo. So it's a slightly harder race this year, I think.
And as for the Dunedain camp, Mikel Dels Angles was certainly exuding confidence, albeit with modesty.
Well, the horse is well. He'll do the trip. The track is perfect. It's a good track. He suits the European horses. He should suit them better than the Geelong track anyway. So everything is okay. Now, a race is a race. 24 runners. We need some luck. But the horse is very well.
For Dels Angles, the decision to come to Australia was influenced by his belief that if Americain can do it, so can Dunedain.
That helped because honestly, I thought it was such a big travel. It was very, very hard to do. But after America, if he did it, maybe we can have a try. It's maybe the biggest race in the world. It's definitely the race the most popular race in the world, definitely. It's a great thing. Come over from France to win Melbourne Cup is a great thing.
Ed Dunlop, trainer of Red Caddo, made his first media call at the breakfast and wasted no time in declaring that whatever happens this year, he'll be back.
Everyone tells me that the parade in the streets tomorrow is amazing. It's great to be a part of. Look, we haven't got the favourites, so there's no pressure on us. It's great to be here. Everyone's looked after us fantastically, and we'll be back again. If we don't win, we'll definitely come back again because I can see why Luca Kamani wants to win this race more than any other race in the world.
Mark Johnston wasn't quite so reassuring to the locals about the wonder of the Melbourne Cup, but said there was one good reason to strive for it.
An awful lot of money for a start. I would be lying if I said the Melbourne Cup has anything like the same kudos in Europe that it has over here. But it's a huge, big prize, and it's a huge challenge to take a horse from one side of the world to the other and win a race. So it would be fantastic to win. It would be something you never forget.
The only international trainer with a cup runner at Werribee to miss the breakfast interviews was Saeed bin Sarour. But the stable is known to be keen on the chances of Moden in particular and lost in the moment. The two remaining internationals, Saptapadi and Moyen Corniche, trained by Brian Ellison, left Werribee once their quarantine period finished. But Ellison said at the barrier draw on Saturday night that he's over the moon with their progress.
I'm just happy I'm in the race. Best race in the world. I'm happy I'm in it.
With none of the internationals making time in leisurely workouts, there was little activity in the markets. Although it would be no surprise if Dunedain gets closer to Americain at the top of the charts on Cup Day. And that's our time for now, but we'll be back tomorrow for a bite from the Melbourne Cup Parade through the streets of the city.
Cup again.